Hey guys, Cindy over paper.old.new. Thanks for coming by and spending some time with me today. God bless you for being here. I can't help myself. Can you imagine what this is going to be about? Sorry, I'm just trying to straighten up a little over there. I'm about to spread a bunch of stuff out on my desk. So, I told you my daughter's doing summer school, right? And that's the reason you've seen the hauls that you've seen so far. Well, I'm up there and I've got time to kill, and on some days, there's people that I, like go to breakfast with or sit and talk to, and then there are days that they're not available. And on the days that they're not available, I have time to kill and nothing to do. So I go shopping. Okay. Anyway, I do want to say this is from a few different places and from a couple of different trips. So like I've been up there back and forth a couple times. And so I've got several different things to show you, and I'm going to start at Staples. I don't know if this was exactly thrifty. These were not on sale, but I thought they were really pretty, so I splurged and bought one package of them. I want to use them to make, all those file folder folio things that we make. Well, how much fun would it be to do it with folders that are already covered? Like, I could cover the inside with whatever I want, depending on what's going to show, or like if I'm going to keep the tab or whatever. But the outside is so cute. I mean, look. And I would probably cover up the branding in the decorating. So it came with 6 folders, 6 different designs, all of them adorable. How much fun will it be to make a folio out of that? I just wanted to try it. And I saw them and I thought they were so cute, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to treat myself. The other thing I bought while I was there was because I keep seeing people alter these. And right now, Staples is doing back to school. So while they're overpriced on a lot of their stuff, because they just are, they're a specialty store. And if you go to Walmart, you can get like the same stuff cheaper, or Hobby Lobby sometimes, depending on what you're looking for. There are certain things you go into Staples for, though, because it's a good place to find certain stuff. Like I've started getting my printer paper there for my kits because they have a comparable paper to the koala paper that I like so much. But they sell it in bigger packs. The koala paper, I can't find it in big enough packs, so I stopped buying it. Anyway, these are 50 cents at Staples right now. And I mean, everywhere that you go, even Walmart, they're like 99 cents, $1.99, $2.99. I mean, composition books used to be the cheap, and now they're not. But of course, nothing is, but you get my point. And I'm going to try, I might watch a few videos. I might even have one saved to my watch it later list, in which case it might be a watch it later video. So I got those. There's a Hobby Lobby like right next to the Staples. And while this part of my Hobby Lobby trip wasn't anything exciting, I did want to show you guys this. So I really like having these vinyl. These are sturdier than those colored ones you guys keep seeing me do the little golden books in. I'll still use those for little golden books because I have so many of them, because I got them real cheap at an office store. They were having a moving sale because they moved into a bigger space. And I got these at Hobby Lobby. Now, these are the ones they sell over in the art department for like your artwork and stuff like that. They have a nice zip closure. They do have a pocket on the front. So this little thing is in the pocket on the front. And these are $2.99, and it's a nice sturdy plastic. And they're 9x12, so you can fit a 12-inch sheet of paper across this way. Now, it won't fit that way, but it'll fit this way. So most of the stuff that you have, scraps and stuff like that, or pages that you've folded from scrapbook paper, but you haven't decided what to do with the length yet, they'll fit in here. But I like when I get a project idea, if I have a place to like put all the stuff together, that's awesome for me, because that will help me remember the project and what I wanted to put in it. So I like having these for that purpose. I've actually filled the 2 that I had, and when I saw that they had 3 more of them, because a lot of times I go in there and the size they have is either, I don't want the 11 by 14 one. It's big. It's too big. I don't like that. So these are the perfect size, and they're $3. So it depends on whether or not you want to spend. They're $2.99, which I don't think is bad. But if you don't like the $2.99 price point, I just want to show you these. Now I walk past these on the scrapbook over with the scrapbook paper. It's over with all the memory keeper, paper studio, scrapbook paper, all that stuff. They're storage things. I walk by them all the time thinking, I don't need those for anything. I don't want them for anything. They're 99 cents. Now, this plastic is a little bit thinner than those, but it's still sturdy. It's not going to bust or break or tear real easy. And all you're doing is sliding paper in and out of it. It's not like you're trying to hold, heavy entire books or anything. Although you could probably get a little golden book in here. But I mean, this is it's a policy closure. And if you wanted to take this off, you could probably put a rubber band around there or something. But it's a policy closure, and these are for 12 by 12. This is actually 13 inches by 12.875 inches. So you can get full 12 by 12 pieces of paper in here. So if you're really in a rush, you can throw your digitals in here. You can throw your 12 by 12 paper in here. You can throw stickers and all kinds of stuff in here. It'll expand up to 1.5 inches to hold supplies. And then you just tie it all up, take it with you. They had 7. I bought all 7. They were 99 cents. I said, yes, please. Like I said, guys, I love this to contain projects. So when I come up with an idea, if I have a place to go with the idea, like say I decide I want to pull a book apart, well, where am I going to put the pages? What am I going to do with them? I don't have any place to store them. They're better off staying in the book until I'm ready to make the journal. Well, not anymore. Now I can tear out the pages I want. I can put them in the box. I can mark this. I don't even have to take the sticker off. I can use this as a marking thing. Although I will let you know, these are those vinyl stickers, so they will come off nice and easy. So that's nice to know. But these are 99 cents. I couldn't believe it. They're over in the scrapbook paper area, one of those aisles over there. So if you're looking for stuff like that, and you're like me and you like to put all your stuff together for kit ideas in one place, go check that out. Those weren't on sale. That's always what they are, 99 cents. Okay, also at, wait a second. Okay, also at Staples. Oh, yeah. Oh, I splurged on something else. I bought some of these because I thought they were cool looking. These are time cards. They're modern time cards. I didn't even realize anybody used a modern time card anymore. But they even sell time clocks. Not that I need one of those. There are 200 in here. They're bi-weekly, and they have this cool little box in them, which the other ones didn't have. They've got extra or lost time. They've got what your time in and out is, and then on the back, they do it again. And I think, this is for 1 week, and this is for the other week, I'm assuming. I don't know. But, name, number, date, all the kind of stuff. I just thought they would be fun, and they're tall. So I thought they would be fun to decorate. So I got those at Staples. I got new glue sticks to try at Staples because my glue stick is running low. Nobody sells Scotch Create glue sticks out in the wild. You have to order them on Amazon, as far as I can tell. Or maybe from Scotch 3M, or maybe they don't make them anymore. I don't know. But they sell Scotch, like Hobby Lobby sells Scotch Create tacky glue, and these are Scotch, but nobody sells the Scotch Create glue stick. So this is a Scotch glue stick that says it is wrinkle-free on most papers, no clump formula, acid-free. I'm always suspicious of the ones that say washable because I feel like those don't hold as well. I'm hoping that because this doesn't say washable, it's a different formula of glue. Glue sticks aren't my favorite, but I do like to have glue sticks around because I do use them for things, especially like helping out washi tape and washi stickers. So I'm going to try this glue. I've never used it before. Now, I will say this. These 2 little sticks was how it was sold at the Staples I was at. They did not have a big stick of it. I would prefer a big stick, but I did think, for washi tape and stuff, the little stick isn't bad. This was $5.29 at Staples. So if I try it and I like it, I'm going to go hunting at like Amazon or something and see if I can find it cheaper. So that's my goal here. I was just in the Staples, so that's why Okay, now, they still have, at this Staples, you know me, calendars, guys. I haven't bought a lot of calendars in a while, but these were 70% off. I mean, how often do you see anything for 70% off? It was funny because I say that. I went back to the back of the Staples where they have their clearance wall. I'm not really sure how they decide what a clearance price is because one of the things they had back there, it was like $16.99, $4 off. I was like, that's not even 25%. Guys, I don't get it. That's not clearance. I feel like we've lost the idea of what clearance means. But these were 70% off. So I got some that I would like to make calendars the way I use them. And then I got some that I wouldn't mind, like this one I wouldn't mind doing. I've seen a couple people do it where they expand this spine. They turn the calendar this way. They expand the spine here, and then they either tear or fold the pages inside here and then decorate the whole thing and use this base as a journal. So I was going to try that with this one. And then I got this one because I have those Van Gogh cards and I've got, I don't know. I just thought it might be fun to make a calendar out of Van Gogh paintings. A journal out of Van Gogh paintings. Because remember, guys, I take them and I do the folding thing. Go back and watch my calendar journals. You'll see how I do the calendar journal pages. I got the ideas from several different places, but the main person that influenced the way I structure the calendar journals I use is My Take at the Lake, I think is her channel name. I can't remember her name. My Take at the Lake, I think, is her channel. She did a calendar thing, and the way she did it, I really liked it. And then I went and used that as my jumping off point, and I took it a step further and used a journal building thing that I saw Natasha over at Treasure Books do. So, and it kind of, I don't know what I'm going to do with this one. I want to make a Van Gogh journal. The sunrise sunset one, I don't know what I'm going to do with this one. It has a lot of gorgeous pictures in it, so I don't know if I'm going to cut it up. The other person that I've seen make one of these calendar journals where you turn the calendar this way was Root Pursuit. She did one, and she actually kept her pictures, but she folded them in half to make the pages, but she kept the pictures. So if I don't mind folding these pictures in half, I might do that with this one. The other one, this one that I got, these could probably be folded in half, but I don't know. I might keep these guys. I thought they were so pretty, the close-ups of all the flowers. So these were 70% off. So they were like $5 a piece. Because calendars, they were normally $16.99. So, yeah, about $5 a piece. Where else? Oh, back to Hobby Lobby. Everybody's favorite place. Okay, Hobby Lobby. It was, okay, so all their 4th of July stuff was on sale. Like, I want to say it was like 66% off or some such nonsense. So I got these. I like these little pouches. I'm going to use them in a journal. They've repriced all their buttons. So this one was over on clearance for 49 cents. These were all over in if they fall under $1.99, they're 99 cents. Hobby Lobby has a couple of places where I don't understand their pricing. I guess it's just a psychological thing. Like, ooh, look, this is marked down permanently. Like their beads seem to never go off sale. They're always 40% off. And it even says that on the thing. Always 40% off. And I'm like, why don't you just, I guess they don't want to redo the prices on on the packaging. But anyway, so I got some buttons while I was there because they were all 99 cents. I like the little flower buttons. Okay, what else? I got, ribbons and trims. Now, I'm going to ask, and one of you can maybe respond. First of all, I got this. The ribbons and trims on rolls were 40% off. So I got this to use in journals as trims. It's got pearls and little rosettes. I don't know if you can see that through there. You guys want me to open it? I don't want to open it. I don't want it to go all unrolled. But it's like little ivory rosettes and little pearls all strung through it. And then I got these. Again, Paper Studio was all 40% off. And I got these. They are planner pads, but I got them for all of these decoration stickers up in the front. There are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pages of decorative stickers in the front. And then some of these other stickers you could make cards and stuff out of, but the rest of it is planners. And then there's strips. These could be used like washi. I don't know why I'm doing that. I guess I could cut it open and we could look at it. These haul videos always end up being longer than they have to be because I get chatty and flippy and all that kind of stuff. All right. So this one goes with, I notice now that they're doing, the whole Paper Studio thing. They'll go through themes, right? So they've got a whole line of this same, I don't know what this is called, block print. Yeah, I guess that's true. It looks like something that got carved out of a block, either of wood or of rubber or of something like that, and then they stamped it. So it's a whole bunch of these stickers in different in different color combinations. Some moths and butterflies, some florals, mushrooms. Okay, so that's all the stickers. And then, of course, all your planning stuff. Now, this says grow, and that says dream, so those could be used anywhere. These are pretty much notes could be used anywhere. These are like top tasks, this week's focus, to do stickers. So it's all that kind of stuff. I wanted to go back and see so it's got those, like, I guess they're points. I like my planner. I got a new one. I'm not real savvy on the planner stuff. Top tasks. I like these little flags, though. I think they're cute. Okay, and then you've got these little oval word things, and some of them are, they're this shape, but they're the flowers and the moths, or they're blank, and you can put your own word in them. So we got some of those. These are what I was talking about. You could use these like washi tape. They're single individual strips, and there's another page of them. Okay, and then, of course, you got all your, and like I said, scattered all throughout here, there's a little circle with a moth in it. There's one with a mushroom, some flowers. So, there are some in here that you could just use in your decorating. And I like the fact that this is matte. Okay, so these aren't shiny. And I like that. Okay, like there's that moth. That's pretty. Yeah, so I don't always feel like nurture, flourish, and grow. Junk journal, sure. Planner. Some of the stuff I don't, like I read it and I'm like, I don't know that I want to put that in a journal. But it's, to each his own. Everybody's different. And I still have to organize all my stickers. I'm still working on the sticker organizing. I organized some space. So right in front of me, if you watched the video where I took you on a little mini tour of my craft room, right in front of me was a set of acrylic drawers with supplies in them. I took 2 of the stacks of drawers out and put them somewhere else, over on top of the white dresser that's behind me, kind of off to the side, where my the paper pad, paper, with the trays that you put 12 by 12 paper in. Yeah. over there on that dresser with those, I stuck these 2 stacks. One of the stacks is completely empty. I don't have anything in it. And the other stack is got my pens and markers in it that I hardly ever use. So it doesn't need to be right in front of me. If I need them, I can go. And the acrylic drawer comes all the way out. So I can just bring the drawer over to my desk. Anyway, point being, I've now made space here. And what I want to do with the sticker binders, instead of sticking them in the drawer, like I said, they would fit, I'm going to stand them right here in front of me where I can grab them. So now I'm looking for new binders. Well, I mean, I'm searching my house. We have a ton of binders in this house. I just have to get binders. But anyway, these also have strips. So it's got the little points, little dots. I mean, I like these little things with the blue flowers on them. And the flags, these are little banner flags, but they got a bow at the top. That's cute. But here's their strips. This one's even scalloped. 2 pages of strips. Yeah. And then those colors. And then again, you've got some blank ones. Some say things that you would use in a journal, reminder, appointment, priority, that kind of thing. Lots of little blank. I like the blank with the polka dots. Follow your heart. You might use that in a journal. Always fabulous. So these little blank squares, I think you could use. A lot of this stuff, like I said, some of it's planner. All of those could be used in a journal. And these, I mean, I guess it just depends on what you're making the journal for. I love the little scallop circles. Those are cute. Oh, postcard stuff. I don't even think I noticed that. I did not. Okay, but now we're getting up into the sticker sheets. So up here is where you've got all your sticker sheets. There's keys and bows and lips and stamps and pens and envelopes and these little frames, cards. I like these quotes. And then you've got flowers and bows in like 3 different colors, I think. 4 different colors. So, yeah. But I mean, you get like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pages of guaranteed you don't have to use them in your planner stickers. And then the quotes, depending on what you like in the quotes. And then you got a bunch of stickers scattered throughout here that you could use. And these were 40% off. It was 40% off Paper Studio stuff. So I bought them on sale. I try, now that I know they rotate through their sales, which of course I've known for a while, but I try not, I'll go in and I'll look at Paper Studio stuff and I'm going to wait till Paper Studio goes on sale. I don't need it right this minute. When I was at Staples, I got new pens. This was all over in the back to school. So it was marked down some. I wouldn't say that they were like massively cheap or anything. It's not like I got them for $1 a piece. But I got these to use in my planner. Because right now I've just been using, for the last couple times I've written in there, I've just been using a regular black ink pen. So, and I got myself a set of these Sharpie gel pens. These are actually nice. And they've added a couple of colors. I want to say they added purple and, it used to have the red and blue, but now they've got a purple and a green. And then Sharpie has made some journaling no bleed markers for planners and stuff in the pastel-y colors. So I went ahead and got these. This is mostly for my planner, but it was fun. I have a thing for pens. I don't know what that is. Okay, let me look. Oh, also while Paper Studio was on sale. Sorry, I wandered off before I emptied this bag. I got these. So these are, okay, I told you sometimes I like to buy the 6x6 that goes with the 12x12. And there are times when I go in there and I'm really disappointed because I see a 6x6 or a 12x12 that I really like and they don't have the opposite pad. It upsets me. I don't know. Anyway, this is called Baby. And it's really soft, subtle designs and colors. And it's got like a mama and a baby fox and a mama and a baby bear and mama and a baby deer. And then down here, there's lots of baby animals. I got this because I have several baby animal little golden books. So I was looking to have paper and stuff to decorate those specifically. Some of these patterns, though, can get used anywhere. Like this little floral pattern here and floral pattern there, and these little gingham patterns and stripes and polka dots and even the stars, the strawberries. I mean, it doesn't all these. I like these stripes down here a lot. Oh, we normally flip, don't we? Have you guys seen this pad at Hobby Lobby? I love it when the pads go on sale, and the one I like is the $13.99. I think that's the cheapest pad they sell in 12 by 12. Okay. And it's got that soft texture to it that feels kind of like fabric. And of course, it's the weight that Paper Studio usually makes their lightweight card, I guess. It's not their paper. It's card. I'm going to flip this way because the images, some of this paper is directional. So now these ones say Sweet Baby and Little One and, that kind of thing. So I'll have to decide whether or not I like that particularly. But what I also thought I could do for some of these was cut out the little animal. I thought that would be fun. Or if I cut out the wreath, I don't know how many designs, 3 of each. So I've got options. And there's multiple of them. So like I could cut the wreath out here and then cut the elephant out there. I don't have options for everybody, but like the fox, I'm going to have to pick. And it's the same exact, like it's a repeating pattern, you can tell. But, well, kind of. This wouldn't repeat with that corner. And this head does not go with that body. So, not a repeating pattern. All right. Like that. Again, doesn't have to be used with babies, but I like the colors. Here's Mama Bear, Papa Bear, Bear Hugs. This is really cute. I might actually take a sheet of this and use it in another journal that I've already got. I want to look through my little golden books. Again, this is a good place to, like, if I pull out all my baby animal little golden books, and I put them in pouches and I put them with scrapbook paper, that scrapbook paper gets assigned to that book, and I know, it kind of, so all of these things. So strawberries. Here's the fox. I love foxes. I think they're so cute. Oh, down the hill in my backyard, the hill isn't part of my backyard, but behind us, the open space that's back there, there's a tree line at the bottom, and there's a den of little foxes that lives down there. They're new this year. We haven't had foxes before. And we think we have bunnies nesting under our little porch grill platform. So, all kinds of fun this spring. I love this paper. Oh, that's really cute. Oh, there's sheep. I didn't see the sheep. Which is nice because I do have baby farm animals. As a matter of fact, I think that one is like behind me ready to go because it's got a double. Guys, that Pussy Willow book was so much fun to do because of having the extra ones to cut up. I can't tell you. Because I'm always watching videos where people are cutting up little golden books to make ephemera. Like, make children's book ephemera, and they cut up a little golden book, and I'm like, no, make a journal out of it. But I love little golden book journals. But I have discovered the joy of having matching little golden books that you can cut up ephemera to decorate your book with. All right, I'm not really talking about these. I'm just talking and flipping and letting you see. And then I'm not going to flip through the little one because it's this, but smaller. So I'm not going to bore you by flipping through the little one too. But I like to get them because you can use these to make little like pocket stuffers or pockets or whatever with this in here. And what's nice is I think even the print is smaller. So you can even use it on like the same page, but the print will be littler, if that makes sense. Okay. I was on Amazon, and I have found a brand of stamps that I like, and they're less expensive than Tim Holtz stamps. It's called Globeland. I don't have an Amazon shop, and I am not a sponsor, and I have not been sponsored. But I went on there, and I'm always my biggest problem with buying stamps is a lot of times I want them to be bigger. So I get them, and they're these little tiny stamps, and I'm like, what am I going to use that for? And then I saw these ones, and I was like, oh, big sheets, and I was like, okay, so they're going to be, a bigger sheet, so the stamps will be a decent size, and everything will be good. Well, they came. This is what they meant by big sheet. Guys, these are huge. All 4 of these for $17. I got a postcard sheet. So it's got, I don't know what this is, but it's got cancellation stuff, airmail, post office, Buenos Aires, certificado. It's got several location stamps: Barcelona, Spain; Berlin, Germany; Bridgeport, Connecticut. Here's a Bangkok, Thailand received stamp. Here's the Paris. Here's a London. Again, Berlin, Singapore post office. So it's got lots of little, this is a London ticket. Maybe one of you guys can tell me, is that a ticket? I've seen those before. But anyway, so I got that sheet. Oh, and I see we got this blank frame up here in that one. And they're big enough to use for something. Okay. Then I got this one. That's all the words: registered, this side up, received, handle with care, fragile. There's numbers on here, a 5 and a 6 down here, or a 9 if I flip it around. A little 8, postcard. Here's some decade. I don't know what that's for, but it has years: 57, 60, 66, 69. It counts by 3s. I don't know what it is. Mail, art, express, received, important, airmail. Here's that R thing again. Confidential, inspected. So all of those kinds of things, approved. And a few of these things with the numbers. So got that one. Then there was this one, which I think, like, this piece here especially would be great to make tags out of. Like, if you've got manila tags, you can just stamp that on there, and it creates a luggage tag thing, or a London transit use. I guess it's a subway ticket, maybe? Is that what your subway tickets look like? Over there on the other side of the, I don't know. I've used a subway like only a couple times over here, and it was not really a subway, it was the metro, because part of it runs above ground and it goes through tunnels. I'm not really sure it has any underground places. Anyway, neither here nor there. I have been on the subways in Paris, which was a very interesting experience. But these have all kinds of words and cancellations, and it's like a hodgepodge, and then some background words here and here. A done postcard. And then there's this one, which is more clean, but it's still the kind of, I don't know, like florals on grid paper or florals on a postcard kind of a deal, or, it's kind of a collage of sorts. I also thought that some of these would go good on a tag. Like, you could stick that on a tag. Great minds, charming. I have a thing about putting thank you in a journal, but I guess you could. Also, these are silicone stamps. So if there is a section of this stamp, like on the outer edges, that you don't like that wishes you, I don't even know what that means. I could cut that off because these are silicone and not have to worry about that being on my stamp. So like if I don't want that, or if I don't want the thank you, I can cut that off and I don't have to worry about it. I can keep the thank you by itself if I need it for something else, but I don't have to worry about it being on my stamp. Okay, now the other place that I have to bring you is that Goodwill where I found all that really cool Tim Holtz stuff. I keep wandering back in there hoping I'll get lucky again. Yeah, no such. I did find some cool stuff though. Now, the first place I went this time I was in there was back to the books, because I always go in there just to see if anybody has, like, any little golden books have appeared back there on the shelves. There weren't any. I did find some children's books that I thought were really cool, though. So I found this one, and their children's books, if you've never been to Goodwill, the hardbacks are $1.50, $1.60, something like that. So I got this one, The Christmas Snowflake, and I like these images. It goes this way, so I thought it would be really cool because you could fold these and stick them in as journal pages. And I have a couple of books with similar art that I think I'm going to combine into a Christmas journal this year. This seems to be a family of snowflakes. They have names: Cousin Max, Anya, Mommy, Uncle Sook, Pappy. Okay. And then, it's just, I liked the imagery. And I think it's cool with the bunnies, forest animals, playing in the snow. So, yeah. Now, this is a new book. It's not like this person wrote, it had to have been 2012. This person marked that out and put 2017. So it's at least that old. I don't actually see a copyright on here. Yeah, I'm assuming that's the title page because it goes right into the story from there. Oh, and there's a little ornament on the back here. It's one of the snowflakes. So that could be used in the journal. Here, actually, this says copyright 2017. So maybe they recopywrote it. I don't know. But anyway, the snowflake has all the names on it. And then if you look in here, it's really cute. The stockings have all those names on them. So I guess it's the family. But anyway, so I got that book. And I got, while I was there was another, get it out of the bag, catching on the handles. This one, the little reindeer. I thought this was very compatible art-wise. And he goes out and, one of these tunnel books. But I like the art in here. And look, the window. So I might try and do something with that if I use these for a journal, I might try and do something with these open spots. That's so cute. Okay, so he goes in the forest and he finds himself a reindeer. Anyway, so this was just imagery. There's the window again. This was just imagery that I thought was really cute, and it goes, like I said, along with. I have a book about a little girl who goes out and finds Christmas, and it's this basic black and white and red type of art. And then I have a Christmas book it's a tunnel book. I think it's Christmas. It's Christmas or winter, and it's all black cutouts, and they tunnel back on each other. So I don't know. If I can figure out a way to use that in the book, I will, but I don't know. Okay. Also in the children's books, I liked this story. I flipped through it while I was there. It's The Curious Garden, and apparently it was inspired by the author because those of you who live in New York, on the west side of Manhattan, there is an old elevated railway called the High Line, and its train rumbled high above the city streets for decades. But in 1980, the High Line was shut down and forgotten. Without people and trains getting in the way, nature was free to redecorate. Over the years, the rusty rails and gravel slowly gave way to wildflowers and trees, and if you look at the railway today, you'll see a lush garden that curves above the streets and between the buildings. I've never been to New York, so those of you who live in New York, that's what this is based on. The Curious Garden. This is from 2009. So And he goes out walking. He likes to be outside. And he goes and he finds this little patch and he nurtures it. And by the end of the book, everybody's in on it. I thought these would make great cards. They're just really cute. I got to figure out what journal I would want to put them in, but I think some of these would make really cute, like little cards, and the buildings are unique shapes, and I don't know. It just looks like really cute stuff to me. So, yeah. I really liked it. I thought it was adorable. So, somebody up there in New York, if I happen to have a New York viewer, you'll have to tell me if you know anything about that. Because I think that's a cool story. Okay, and then I found this book, which, I mean, this has all kinds of stuff in it. The Liberty Bell. There's also even like there's people in here. This is the Gold Rush. Ernest Hemingway. Huckleberry Finn, Henry Ford. So it's like things that are very American that fall within the letter. So it's not just one thing. Hoover Dam, hot dogs, Hawaii, Halloween. You know, it's things that fall within the letters, and it's kind of scrapbookish. And I thought it would be fun to add some of these pages to an Americana kind of journal. Because it has all of there's baseball here. All things that are very Oklahoma. OK Corral, quilting. Can't get the. But anyway, so I just thought it would be kind of cool. I'm going to try and stick this. I don't want to stick it in the scrapbook pad. I just need it out of my way. Okay, and then I found this. I thought it was going to be hardback, but it ended up having its own price tag on it, which when I got up there I love this cover. This cover might end up being a book, although I would probably cover that up. But this one cover might end up being a book. Okay, and then on the inside here is, look at that fly paper. It's family heritage. It's a family generations book. But I looked at the colors and I went, oh, that is so 70s. And I was like, it might be fun if I was doing a retro journal to put some of these pages in it. So that's kind of why I bought it. This is military service records, if you have any of that history in your family. I do. Family homes, schools you've attended. It's got all kinds of cool stuff in it, but I liked the colors. I thought it was awesome. And I thought this cover was really pretty. So the cover will probably get used for something different than the book pages, but fun nonetheless. Thumbnail. All right, a few more goodies from Goodwill, and I'll be all done. My gosh, this went way over time again. Okay. All right, so I got this because I talked to my daughter, and I'm going to be making her a journal, and it's going to have her kind of aesthetic. She wants to use it for stuff that she wants to keep track of from school, little scrappy bits of things throughout the year and all that kind of stuff. So I found this little My Journal, and I was like, this is so cute, with the two little elementary school lines and then all this blank paper for her to stick pictures or notes or whatever, stick them to it, and not write on it or draw on it, but stick them to it. Or she can doodle. She likes to doodle too. So I thought that would be fun to put these in the pages. This might actually be the cover for her journal. She likes beige and tan and warm browns and that kind of thing. This might actually be the cover for her journal, and I can make her big pages. Okay, and then I got this. It was just a thing of envelopes because I needed more of those. Trying to figure out, this doesn't have one of those. It said it was all natural colors, and there are a few in here that I don't have the colors of, but they're in all different sizes, so I don't know, not sure how it works. So there's these colors in this size. I like this kind of mustardy yellow one. And then in this, oh, no, these are cards. I thought these were bigger envelopes, but they're not. They're scored down the middle. These are cards to go in these envelopes. It says 20 pre-scored cards on there. I got this. The red stuff was 50% off, so this was 99 cents. And I thought, well, what the heck? It looks kind of interesting. A pen, I think. I don't know. Yeah? Yeah, pen. Let's see if it writes. Oh, I don't want to write on anything up here. Let's see if it writes. I don't have anything to write on. Okay. I can write on one of these labels. It does. And the cap is really tight. Okay, and then you've got, let's see how this works. Well, I mean, not rocket science or anything, but what I meant was, oh, it's stuck. Okay, so this envelope is turned over, I guess, so you can see that they're lined. They're green on the inside. They've also been in that packaging and sitting like that for eons, and they're lickums. So you know they're not new envelopes. Most new envelopes are peel and stick. I thought this was cute. It's a shaped pad, and it goes this way. It would be fun to add it to journals, though, like as note paper or decorations. Or I know I needed more notepads, right? You guys have seen my notepad collection, which is going to make you laugh because look, notepads and a pen. Hey, I'm getting new pens. Well, I don't know how new they are. This one also seems to have been opened at some point. I buried my knife. Sorry if I get overly chatty sometimes. Ideas pop into my head and I want to share. Or thoughts, my thoughts on things, which might not be worth the brain power, but, This is really, it's leaving glue residue. These pieces, it's leaving glue on my knife. That's how sticky and gross it is. So it's coming out of this box. Again, fun to stick into. That's a full pad. Fun to stick in journals. Okay, so this is a pen. Oh, this is one of those ones that, never mind. It's not. I thought it unscrewed from its lid. It's just unscrewing from itself. This also writes. Very rattly, though. Can't hear that, I know, because I got to get new recording software. It says don't forget, but if I was going to use these, I would probably fold that over and glue it down and make it a little flippy bit. And then you got this blue one. These all seem pretty full. Oh, okay, so just real quick, a mini composition notebook. Actually, it calls it a decomposition notebook because it's made from post-consumer waste recycled pages. So it's recycled paper, basically. What I like about this, and this is what I will probably do, if I cut these stitches, I get these in a piece that can be sewn into a journal as little note papers. That's one of the things I do like about some composition notebooks are still sewn. And if you take them apart, you can get notebook paper to sew into your journal. So, and then I found this one. I thought this was cute. And I might actually use this cover too and make a little journal. The pages in here, I was like, oh, it's going to be like, first of all, I thought it was going to be all just pink paper with lines on it. But it's kind of decorated and it's got quotes. And then they're not all the same. I mean, they're mostly, but every once in a while, there's another sheet in here. That. And even these, it's the pink, and then it's these purple ones with the Eiffel Tower. It is also sewn. Guys, I can take this apart, and these can be sewn in as leaves in a journal. So I don't have to necessarily. I want to see something real quick. This is on the back of pink, and this is on the back of purple. Interesting. But I like the cover on this one, and I think that I will probably use it to make a journal. And it's got one of those stretchy things. So that little book, I like that little book. I got another stamp. I liked the camera. I might take this with me if I go on a trip and I want to like put a little stamp on there, like where I do a picture or a photograph or something like that. Okay, and then I got these. I want to open these because I want to know what everything in them is, as far as like surface and like matte or shiny or what. Okay, so these are die cuts, punch outs. They punch out heart shapes, dove shapes. I think this is love, wedding, that kind of thing. Yeah, this is wedding. Our lives are enriched by friends and family who celebrate and share our love. This is a wedding. But in the same token, that center part punches out, and I can just have the frame on all of these. So I like that. And then we've got this paper, which, if I'm honest, would go in this journal I want to make for my daughter really well, because this is her thing. This color. Oh, and then some parchment-like paper. There's only a few pieces in here. There's like this peachy beige color and this green color. Okay. There's only a few pieces of solid, they called it, decorated, and then this one has die cuts. So no stickers in this one. I don't think. Oh, no, wait. I lied. Stickers. Okay, now these stickers are those ones, they're semi-shiny. These always look cheap to me. I don't know if I will use these. We'll have to see. Maybe in a, like, in the background of something where I glue a bunch of stuff on top of it so that it's like just a collage piece. But I don't typically like these kinds of stickers. These look, it's just my opinion. And I think I have some more of them in this one then. So this one is, again, it's going to be 4 pattern sheets for these. I got these little scrapbook kits. They were $2. And I mean, a sheet of scrapbook paper at the stores, 8.5 by 11 is like 59 cents at Hobby Lobby. Okay, so we got punch outs again. Yep, punch outs. I like them. Okay. And then here's some pattern papers. This feels like if you were going to do Knight's Castle, kind of, I don't know, that sort of thing. That's what that feels like to me. And then it's got parchment in it again. Same exact colors. And then these stickers. So it's got a sheet of these kind of cheapy stickers. I would prefer these cheap stickers if they were paper. Like if they looked like the die cuts and they didn't have any kind of shine to them, I would prefer them. I think the shine is what makes them look more cheap to me. So I would prefer them without the shimmer. All right, guys. I went and did it again. So I hope you enjoyed my foray into all of the places that are around my daughter's school that I can wander into and not wander out of without a bag. So yeah, I will be with you again soon. Go check out the other videos, crafting videos. Got lots of crafting videos up. I hope you're watching the revisits and you're checking out picker projects. We're working on journals. We're working on making for my mess. We're working on, I'm trying to start up the series. By the time you see this, I may have released at least one video where I go into my watch it later list. And I don't know how often these will come out, but I go into my watch it later list. I pick a video and I do what's in the video, and video it. So it's like watch it later. It's kind of like in the same vein of I saw it on Pinterest, except I watched it on YouTube. Same idea. So you guys go check it out, and I will talk to you later. God bless, and bye-bye.